Hi, this is a class for the hips. Mostly, I think it's all done on the ground. If you have a band, a stretchy kind of resistance band, grab that, a set of weights, and a block. Also, if you happen to have a chair close by or something you could elevate your feet up on, that'd be great. If you don't have any of those things, you don't need them. You'll get a great engagement either way. So we'll start by laying down on our back and just taking some grounding moment to feel your body arrive on your mat. Close your eyes. Let the feet be wide, knees knock in. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Just feel your body breathing here. Feel the weight of your body on the ground. Start to windshield wiper your knees right to left. Noticing your rotation, your back, just how you're feeling right now. And we're gonna go ahead and put the band around our outer thighs. So we will have the band on the whole time. It won't always be of use, but that way we don't have to take it on and off. Starting here with a bridge pose, rolling bridges, to warm up through the spine. So feet are maybe slightly closer than hip width apart. Feet are under the knees or slightly farther forward. Gentle tail tuck. Lift the hips, low back, mid back, upper back. Pause and return down like a wave. On your exhale, pause. Breathe in. The exhale lifts, a little subtle tail tuck all the way up. And all the way down. So 3 more at your own pacing. Feel the lift, feel the root of your feet, and noticing that this is a warm up for the back, but we're also starting to slowly try to turn on the lower glute max. Last one and hold, find your block. Put the block in the inner thighs. If you don't have a block and you want to try this, well, you don't need one, but you want to try this, put a book, put even a towel, anything there to give a little squeeze in. And what I want us to do is just root through the heels, lift the butt just enough that you can give a little engagement here, but try to put your finger right on the sit bones, right where you sit, and touch that area and just give us some stimulus there. So that rather than the upper hips, all the way here to the low back, doing the main work, we're trying to get into this low glute max and we want to squeeze the block. Now we'll just add some lifts. So still engaging with the block but not doing overboard. Next phase is optional weights to the hips. You probably have done things similar to this, but I really want you to feel that engagement in, and we're not doing this for reps, we're doing it for time, but putting our awareness to the lower part of the butt as we only just lift so much that we can maintain the integrity in our spine and our body. You might feel this in the inner thighs as well, and that's great. That's no problem. Who doesn't need a little inner thigh strengthening? But we're gonna keep going here, and we'll add a pulse on the top just to make it kind of fun. So pulse 2, lower, pulse 2, lower, and then we'll do a new add-on in a moment. Keep going, focus on the sit bones. This time, pulse 2, halfway down only. Back up, pulse, halfway down, not all the way down. Good, pulse. I say good out of habit. I mean, I think you guys are doing good. I can't particularly see you through the video, but if you're following along, great effort, team. Halfway down, pulse, halfway down, pulse, halfway down. Keep going. If you start to feel this a little in the hamstrings, that's excellent. That's excellent. 3, because we want that hamstring to low butt connection more than the upper butt low back, which often gets. Now you're just gonna hold on the top, gentle squeeze of the block, and just start pulsing. It could be so subtle that nobody even sees the movement, but you're just giving that little squeeze here. trying to exaggerate the energy into the lowest part of the butt, right in the sit bone. Stay for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Good, lower down. Bring the block out of there, but I want you to put your feet on the block for a little elevation, and we'll begin it again. So the feet are a little closer than hip. You'll have more lift here. You don't have that block in there for reference, but we will have some elevation, so we'll have more lift. Now, if you want, grab those weights. Notice if you're using the elbows and kind of cheating your way up there, which is okay, but try to just work from the lower glutes. We'll be switching up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With or without the weights, cross the right leg over the left. And you'll focus on the left butt up and down. And what I have, so I'm going to actually lower and bring my left foot a little more to the center. Really root through the left heel. Hands are relaxed. I am not going to use weights for this one. You absolutely can. I think this is hard enough. My right leg is doing nothing. It's just a weight onto my left leg so that I can keep hugging in, but the focus point is on the left side now. And we're just, again, doing hip lifts, hip lifts, hip lifts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold and squeeze. Now next, straighten the right leg out so the right knee and the knees are aligned and the foot is up and the outer hips are level. And you'll repeat. If this is too much, bring that leg back to cross. 3. This should be pretty challenging. 2. If you have the weight still, you might want to lower them and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. Just switch right away. So right heel down, left leg crosses. A little bit of relief there. My left leg super relaxed. I'm just lifting, lowering, lifting, lowering. This is a short series that you can add on to any time, any day. Maybe after a workout or after a long day, but you don't have the energy to do a full workout. Next, in a couple more. Again, left leg's relaxed, focusing on that right side. 3, 2, 1. Hold it on the top. Hold it on the top. Squeeze a little bit. Left leg, knees in line, hips in line, outer hips hug in, and work it from there. Just a couple. Should be pretty challenging. Knees are in line, hips are in line. Just lifting and lowering that beautiful, amazing bottom of yours. Okole, as we say here in Hawaii. 3. Tukis, as I say in my Yiddish culture. Hold and squeeze and feel, and 3 and 2 and 1. Good job, you guys. Bring the feet, both feet back down. Last little bit here for now. Tail tuck slightly, singles, add those weights. Getting one more dose here of goods. 3, 2, and just hold, isometric hold on the top. Play with this. Right butt cheek only squeezes. Left butt cheek only squeezes. See if one has a harder time than the other. Right only, left only. It's hard. Right only, left only. Both cheeks squeeze. You're shaking. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Ah, oh, ee, ooh, 2. Done. Okay, good. Stretch it out a little bit. Maybe add some circles. Roll to your right side. Wham, bam, here we go. Knees come here. You can lay all the way on your side. Lift and lower the left thigh at the same time. I'm just gonna get started here since this is a really short video. But along the way, I want you to find your alignment where you don't have to have a weight here at all. This is the side hip. But notice, if you're collapsing through this right side body, lift it up just a little bit. That'll change things up. Notice, if you're lifting the knee first or using the pelvis to lift or the back, isolate by just keeping the hips the same, keeping the right side lifted, and just try to work that outer left thigh, outer left hip. You guys feel this? 7, 6. Now, all the way up, halfway down. All the way up, halfway down. 8. Oh, you can use that weight if you need. I don't really even think I need it. Up to you. 4. Hold it on the top in 3. Notice how I'm not doing these kinds of movements. That's not really going to isolate where we're trying to work. Now hold it on the top and stay. Straighten that leg out in front of you. Bring it back in. You're holding on the top only so much that you're just getting right here into that side of that left cheek. Should be pretty darn burny. 3, 2, hold, lift and pulse, lift and pulse. Knees align, legs straight, and done. That's great. Whew. Okay, all fours. Face whichever way you want. Cat, cow, wiggle around. If you've got that block, you'll place it on under the right knee here. And first, no weights. So we've got no weight behind the knee. And we have left foot up. Now listen up. You're going to bring the knee all the way toward the nose. Okay? And back up from there. So this might be a little different than some of the time. Foot all the way up, knee all the way to nose. Foot all the way up, knee to nose, and push. And you can actually do this one with a little bit of speed. Notice one thing. I am not doing this. Do you see how my butt and my back and my everything is all going? So I'm keeping my hips the same. I'm keeping my belly hugged in. I'm keeping my back from moving. And my outer right hip is not dipping off to the right. Whoops, I forgot that flexion. So next, we'll switch it up in 3, switch it up in 2. Hold it on the top. Pulse, just pulse, just pulse. Heel toward butt, pulse. Outer right hip in, pulse, pulse. Now open that knee up. So you'll bring that shin to the right calf and back up. You can come to forearms if you prefer. Try again not to use the back. Try not to use. So meaning you're not lifting from that. You're keeping all of it the same. When you keep all of it the same, it should be pretty hard. This is different than a fire hydrant. Fire hydrants like this, which is great too. We did that on our side body though, so I want us to get a little different angle. Now, in 3, 2, right outer hip hugs in, 1, hold. Push the foot behind you without doing much, like you're trying to, nudge something back, nudge something back. 3, 2, 1, last bit on this side, grab the weight. This one won't be long. Super duper hard. Put the weight behind the left knee. This time, knee to knee in line them up, outer hips in line, belly in line, and just straight up. 1 set here, not too many. We'll hold it on the top. If you feel that right outer hip, bingo, that's your hip stabilizer. If you don't feel anything in the left butt, focus your awareness and your attention on that left cheek. 3, or something like that, 2. Now hold it all the way up, little pulses. 7, 6, 5, use your belly, hips stay the same. 2, 1, very well done. Release that. Give yourself a little bit of a stretch. Butt back, just for a brief moment. Other side, right away. So weight, a block under. Ooh, we're gonna start with our side body. I'm gonna switch over so you can hear me, and I'll face you. The right leg is lifted, right leg up and down. Right leg up and down. See that? Right leg up and down. So you've got instead of this is what I see a lot. You see this? I mean, it's a good oblique exercise, but you're really doing very little to isolate this area. So you just get as stable as you can through everything. Right hip directly on top of left hip, knees directly on top of each other, left hips lifting, and you'll lift it up and halfway down. Energize that right foot a little. If you want, you can lift with a weight. And we're breathing. Notice if you're dipping in the left side body, lift that left side body off of the earth. That'll help. Keep it all aligned. Try to save energy in your face. You're really just isolating this side pocket, corner, cheek of that right butt. Right in that nice spot there. 4, hold dozy. 3, 2. Okay, hold it on the top. Little pulses at first should be pretty. So if you're going here, you're not gonna feel it there. I want that hip lift. It's really impossible to lift that knee much higher than the hip if you're doing the form. So now bring that leg straight out and back in for a couple rounds if you can. 4. You can lose the weight if you need. 3. Should be really burning there. 2. Now hold it out in front of you, little pulses. Point the toe, flex. Try not to dip the left hip. 3, 2, 1. Holy shamoly, stretch. All 4s. I hope I got a holy shamoly out of someone. Block under the left knee. Yippity-doo-dah. Now, first one, right foot up, right knee toward nose, but it's a little different than, hello, it's a little different than that. We're bringing in, pushing up. We're coming, because if you're wanting to know, you may not care, but the glute max activates best from a flexion, from a hip flexion position. Here's hip flexion, there's glute activation. Hip flexion, lower glute max activation. And you could use a little pacing here. You're trying to focus on that right sit bone, right sit bone, right sit bone. 8, go at your own pace. And it does work with a little speed. So just for an example, like sprinters, that you'd actually get into that low butt. 4, hold it on the top in 3, pulse it on the top in 2. Try not to move your hips or your back, belly in, pulse, pulse. Because we're doing hips, doesn't mean you're not going to get a core workout because the belly is supporting you. Outer left hip in, outer left hip in, hug, hug. Good. Now open. Not a fire hydrant, but that knee opens behind you. So the shin, my shin is touching my calf and back up. Touching my calf and back up, but I missed something. I missed something. Oh no, we have that with the weight. We've got it. Notice if that left outer hip starting to burn. It should be. Feel your temperature. Try to lift up and lower at the same time. Lift up and lower the knee and the ankle at the same time. We'll hold the pulse in 7, 6, 5. Try to be present with this. Make this a mindful experience and hold and pulse it up. Now push that foot behind you. This is really hard. 4, 3, 2. Okay, good. Grab the weight. Last little hurrah here. Weight behind that right knee, optional. Right foot all the way up, right knee halfway down. Not a long set. We're getting there. Okay, how about breath? Add that breath. Make sure you're not collapsing in that left hip. You're hugging it in. Hips stay the same. I know that I'm saying that over and over again, but you are not dipping through the pelvis. You're using the belly, the back. Just isolate through. 8, 7, 6. Almost there. 5. Squeeze that weight. 4. Hold it on the top in 3. Breathe out and pulse, pulse, pulse. You're so close, so close, so close, so close. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bingo. Release the weight. Keep that band around. Maybe give it a little stretch. Aruski's back. And this is the part where if you do have a prop, a chair would be the prop. Bring it in. And we'll lay back down. Grab the block. Almost done. Almost done. It's a short one. Short but good. Short but sweet. Bernie. Block in the inner thighs. So depending on if you have like a coffee table, a chair, depending on the height, you'll adjust accordingly and bring the heels of the feet, squeezing that block or something in your inner thighs. And so now you have a lot more lift. You see that? A lot more lift up. Shoulder blades hug in. You could potentially add weights here, but you do not need to. If it's too high, maybe just bring the feet back to the ground. You have a good amount of time here, but at least we're not in all fours anymore. Because that's really hard. At least we get to lay on our back. So if you're feeling anything where the hamstring connects to the butt, that's the ticket. Now, hold on the top. It's a 3, 2, 1, halfway down. Hold on the top. It's a 3, 2, tuck the tail, 1. Squeeze a little bit, halfway down. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Slow down the lower, slow down the lift, pulse it out. Slow. You can add weights here if you need. Squeezing the block. 3. Well, you don't have to breathe that loud, but you know, you get the idea. That's what we're trying to do. Take that block out of there. Left foot stays rooted. Right leg just on top. Same thing we did earlier, butt down and up. This time bring that butt as low as you can. Bring it as high as you can, as low. Make it a bigger range of motion here. Bring that butt down low. Back up. 3. Not long. 2. Not long needed. 1. Hold it on the top. Right leg extends in front of you. Notice if your hips are off. One hip lower, one hip higher. Hug it in. Stay for 3. Little butt squeezes. 2. Little butt squeezes. 1. And switch. Left leg on top of right. Down and up for 8. Almost done. 7. We're so close. 6. Feel that goods in there. 5. Let that left leg just be a weight. Just be a weight. 4, 3, 2. Squeeze, little pulses. Now left leg and hold. Line it up. That's key. Add our hips in, belly in. Little pulses there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find your favorite position. Maybe with the waist, maybe one weight. Just squeeze both butt cheeks. Tuck the tail. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, that's good. Done. I realized I didn't get too much work with the band, but it was good awareness. Hug your knees in, take a happy baby. Rock it out. Right ankle cross left thigh. Just give it a good snuggle in. Take a breath. And switch. Left ankle crosses over the right thigh. Maybe use your prop to set it up there. That's kind of nice. Breath in or hug it in. Breath out. Undo that. Add some windshield wipers here, side to side. Just let your knees knock in together. Hands to belly. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. One more. Roll to your side. Come on up. Way to go. Thank you. Namaste.